Welcome again, guys. Welcome to Auntie D TV. Welcome, welcome. Auntie D is right on the ball, but I want to share something with you, guys. How you feel about having some money in your pocket? A little extra money in your pocket. Wow, I don't know if what I'm going to share with you is going to bring a little more in your pocket. It may bring a little more, but how substantial is it going to be? That's another thing, right? Now, I want to touch a little on the new minimum wage that is being put forward now for the people of Jamaica. I remember when it was in 2023, it was something a little less than 13,000 or something like that, and it kept touching up 24, and now it's now at 15, and the government has put on $1,000 to it, so it is now going to be $16,000 for the week, or should I say a 40-hour work week, right? But when I say week, you may think I mean the 7 days. It's really 40 hours over a 5-day period. Now, on one hand, it is not substantial, not enough to do what one would want to do basically. Well, it's a drop in the bucket. But on the other hand, how many persons are going to be able to pay that amount? Because they are going to look at when they are to get their increase, the little pits that they get, and then from the little tip, they will have to pay out some more. Whereas if they were all getting an agreed amount, which is substantial, then I think it would flow. Because I can remember the days when I used to have persons to help me, and it was not easy. It was difficult. But those times, those persons were understanding. But now things have gotten so expensive, because you have to think about giving the person something to eat. They need their lunch. You have to give them something. You can't just expect them to be always. They may carry something, but you have to give them something substantial. Come on, guys, right? And at the same time, too, they have their families to go back home to. And sometimes where they're working, those employers cannot give them much, right, on it. So they are still down at the lower stratum. So I think, I don't know, when I look at 16,000, that's basically $1 is roughly $160, which is roughly, you know, so God, it is so small, it is so small, because when a person here get a certain rate, and you look back at Jamaica, because the dollar doesn't have that weight, and the price for things are always pricey, but you tend to be a little bit uncomfortable when you have to go out and spend from that small amount, right? You have to cover. Oh, and some people are able to even pay up, because everybody have different standards with what they need to do. Some persons are able to use that small amount and pay their little loan bank, their partner, because they say they have no other way. No matter how the partner small, they try to. They make some sacrifice that you couldn't believe that they make those sacrifices, right? And they have some people, in some homes, the women are the breadwinners, and they are single, right? Single parent, and they have nowhere else to get any income from other than where they're at. So sometimes when their employer tells them that they can't pay anymore, and they genuinely know, they work it out with their employer, right? And sometimes the employer assists them with other little things, that they can. But guys, it is really, really sad. It is really, really sad, right? But what to do? They are in need, and you find that persons that will get that minimum wage, basically, oftentimes they are working in the hotel sector, right? Those jobs, because certain places they stick by the guide, because they're saying that if you can pay more, but it's just a minimum. So what if some families can pay up to 18, 19, 20? They would pay that amount, but it's not advisable to be paying the workers less than the amount. So that's why it is named minimum wage. Well, not many persons will be able to pay above the minimum wage, right? And when it's hurting is when those persons have to travel, to take transportation to go to their workplaces. Then that's where the money is going to go. But they can't sit at home. They have to come out. They have to get out and try to get, even though they are going to be working to just pay the fares, they have to get out to get something to do. So their mind is free away from the stress of being at home. And they're able to go out now to do a little hustling. So they may be able to, from the little pay they get, they may be able to buy some things and take time and sell it, where they can get a little extra money. But some people know how to use their head, they know how to plan. Some little things they would buy and sell in their community. Some of them have some little shops, some little things. And you wonder how they do it, right? So, it is not an easy task. It's not an easy task. But these people, they really, really try in making ends meet. That's why I say they make ends meet. Because sometimes you wonder how these people make the ends meet. Right? How do they do it? Right? And that is why now some persons, you look at it on another sector again, persons would have gone to university and the parents try and send them. So they are out and working, but they're not able to get a job in order to help their other siblings to go move on. They have to do some mediocre level jobs where the income is going to be just as low. You understand me? So they're not able to move up. They are overqualified. So where mostly would these people get jobs? Mainly in the BPOs, if they are still available around, or they would get it in the hotels, because there are always hotels being built, and the hotel will absorb them, because there's nowhere else for them to get a job. So having been now into the job, most of them will be into the housekeeping or in the hospitality area, because that is only where most persons can fit in. Those who are not so fully educated, they are barely able to help themselves. They may fit into some sections that does the laundry or something like that. They try to assist. But these people are not able to make meaningful lives with their families, because they are the lower end of the strata. And they are not being paid properly in order for their qualification to boost them. And some of them too would have taken student loans. So there it goes again. Some of them are unable to pay it back. So you have a lack of payment. Guys, people really try. They try. But sometimes I really wonder, what is it they used to try with? Because to me, some of the tryings look impossible. But some of them come out victorious, but they have no other choice. I remember the days at the free zone. There are many persons. When the hours for shift to change, you see a massive amount of persons. I don't know if it is still in operation. So guys, whatever we do, we have to move on. We have to study. We have to get ourselves equipped. Because if you're not equipped, you cannot fit into the marketing world. And you're going to be left behind. And then you're going to become like the so low that you won't be able to even survive, because there won't be any area for you to fit in. So you would have to become maybe and you have to be a gardener. You have to be a good gardener, because you have to be able to have the knowledge of what to do, how to do, when to do things to make the person's property do the landscaping. As a matter of fact, it's named landscaping, so it can look so attractive. Therefore, you'll get more customers, right? So, and there are many days when many persons will do that. But in the hotel sector, those persons now would be in that area. But how many persons would the hotel employ to deal with landscaping? That's a minimum amount too. And at the same time, they are going to be paying the minimum wage. They may get a little extra. But we have to encourage persons not to give up, because there will be a brighter day, and whatever the amount they're getting, even though it may be small, try to think of a way wherein they can invest a little portion of it, where they can get it to turn over to help other persons in the family to become qualified in an area of study. Guys, happy hunting, happy afternoon. Remember to subscribe, like, and share, and all the best for the rest of the evening. Remember, Auntie D is here, and Auntie D is happy to have you. Subscribe to the channel, share with your family and friends, and have a good evening. Bye-bye.